He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. When you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. You must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. Convictions are more dangerous enemies of truth than lies. Morality is the herd instinct in the individual. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find meaning in the suffering. Those who were seen dancing were thought to be mad by those who could not hear the music. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. The snake which cannot shed its skin must die. Every deep thinker is more afraid of being understood than of being misunderstood. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The greatest event of recent times, that God is dead, begins to cast its shadow over Europe. In every real man, a child is hidden that wants to play. The man of knowledge must be able to love his enemies and hate his friends. Faith means not wanting to know what is true. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. A man's maturity, to have rediscovered the seriousness he had as a child at play. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. The most spiritual people experience by far the hardest temptations. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power, not truth. The doctrine of eternal return is the hardest possible thought. Only great pain is the ultimate liberator of the spirit. It is hard enough to remember my opinions without also remembering my reasons for them. Bless thee, prison, for having been in my life, for you have forged my spirit. To do great things is difficult, but to command great things is more difficult. The demand to be loved is the greatest of all arrogant presumptions. If you cannot command yourself, you will forever be a servant. The truly free spirit is both a rebel and a creator. The most dangerous idea is the one that makes you comfortable. A man who obeys is almost always weaker than the one who commands, but society calls him virtuous to keep him in chains. The most terrifying truth is that there is no meaning except the one you create, and most men would rather die than accept that responsibility. Your morals were handed to you by the dead. Break them, or you'll be buried alongside them, having never lived. People cling to their suffering not because they love it, but because without it, they have nothing left that defines them. Freedom isn't given to you by society. It's ripped from its hands and paid for in blood, solitude, and silence. The path to greatness demands that you stand alone long enough to be misunderstood by everyone you once loved. To transcend the herd, you must first endure its hatred. They will call you mad until they need your vision to save them. Truth does not care if it is lonely, unloved, or unbearable. It simply is, and only the strong dare to live with it. The more you rise above the crowd, the more they will despise you for exposing what they lack the courage to become. Every time you avoid speaking the truth to spare someone's feelings, you betray the part of yourself that could have been free. Most people will spend their lives kneeling, not because they believe, but because standing would mean facing themselves.